Good day, my people. You're welcome to today's political broadcast. We are still discussing Nigerian politics. Now, it is only a Southern presidency that will liberate the Hausa people from the Fulani. I repeat, it is only a Southern presidency that will liberate the Hausa people from the Fulani. That is why we have said we should not allow the Fulani political class close to the presidency for a very long time.
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your location, where you are hearing me from. An information dropped this morning. One of our men on ground in Imo State sent me a message. Should I call it a disturbing message? Well, in some extent, yes. Let me read what he sent to me, because the clip you just hear a little bit. I'm going to allow you to finish listening to it, as the case may be. It's similar to what is happening in Biafra land. Let me read the message from my left-hand side here. We'll have a desktop. Good morning, Okute TV. I'm one of the men on ground. Part of the vigilante that is curtailing the activities of Fulanis in Imo State. Okay, he said, and I quote, Fulanis and Hausas in Imo State are leaving Biafra land at night. Chief follow today or Monday. Car spot to these people in a large number leaving Biafra land. Let me continue. He said, in a large numbers. When our team of vigilante asked them, they answered, Biafra freedom is sure. Biafra is here already. We are afraid they will not accept us to live in here. We are living on time to avoid stories that touches the heart. For the video, I told him to halt, not to circulate the video anywhere, because if the military who arrested common ordinary kidnappers and criminals can tag them IPOB, changing the pictures, background and everything, removing Harry Gwamisu, who is part of the team that went on that operation, there's nothing they cannot do. Because if that video get to their hand now or get to internet, they will paint it, or rather they will give it another different narrative that will make the Hausas or the Fulanis to begin to think that, oh, Igbos now are forcing their people. I will not be surprised if they will give the title as ESN and IPOB chasing Hausas and Fulanis out of Imo State or out of Biafra land. So I urge him not to release the video to anybody. And even to me, I said, do not send the video to me. If possible, delete that video entirely from your phone to avoid had I known. Why we are doing all this is not because we are afraid of them. It's because we have to put the people we are fighting for in consideration. In other words, our brothers are scattered all over the country. So if you circulate that video and they begin to say the wrong narrative about that video, at the end of the day, you will find out that we are going to blame ourselves for doing so. So the video is unavailable. I am not going to share any video about that situation, but there is a video. But I'm not going to share it, and I have told him not to share it. In fact, let him delete it completely. Are you hearing me now? Because if we should consider only ourselves, only our struggle, and forget our brothers that are scattered all over the world, what happened in 1966 is still going to repeat itself. So now we have to approach the matter diplomatically. Yes, there is a diplomatic means to every problem on ground. So this one now is what I'm about. The news I just broke to you now is what is happening in Imo State. And the clip you just hear is what is happening in Biafra, in Hausa land, in the north. The Hausas now need their freedom. In fact, they have started evacuating Fulanis from their ancestral lands. That is the story on ground. So you can see everything worked good for them that believe it. We believe that Biafra ideology must happen. It must come to fulfillment, and it is happening. Praise be to Master Jesus. Can I hear a louder amen? Anyway, Happy New Week and Happy New Day. Let me allow you to listen to this clip completely, and then we come back to discuss more from the comment section. Just whatever you are hearing here, just know it that in Biafra land, they have started living. So if you are still waiting for me to encourage you that Biafra is here already, it's up to you. Fulanis, they have already known what is at stake. Because these people, they don't hear English, but they have first-hand information, even more than you that is hearing English. Yes, they might not hear English or speak even English or even speak your language, but they have first-hand information. Every time you see them with their radio, every time they are with radio. And the radio is never speaking English, only in Hausa, Ifofude, and every other language that they can understand, like Zebromanchi. So what are we saying? Biafra is here already. If you are still waiting again for Messiah to come and begin to preach to you, my brother, you are going to wait till eternity. In fact, we are going to leave you behind. Let me allow you to finish listening to this clip. And there's also room for interjection. In case if there's any mistake from the speaker, I will jump in to correct that mistake as quickly as possible. So please, listen to him while we rejoice that Biafra is here already. Just rejoice. Start your own celebration. You get the point now? Oh yeah? Regade.
Not allow any Fulani president until the Hausa people are liberated. You see, ever since Tinubu became president, the Hausas have gotten political freedom. Now there's a political movement going on in the north. The Hausas are saying that they are going to vote and support Hausa interests, not Arewa interest, not Northern interest.
Okay.
They are going to vote and support Hausa interests alone. Anybody that is coming for presidency, the person must acknowledge the Hausa people, not the North, not Arewa, because the Fulani has used Arewa to dominate the North.
Why do some people seem to attract luck, opportunity?
You heard it very clearly. The North, from 1804, we are captured, or rather we are a kind of invaded by Ottoman Danfodio and his men. And since then, the North never remained the same.
They use Arewa to put North under submission. Then they are the ones that will be benefiting politically. Now, as it is, the Middle Belt are pushing for their own political relevance at the center, Middle Belt ethnicities. And also the Hausas are pushing for their own political relevance in the center because of the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is why I have been saying that in the south, it is better we also come together and form a political bloc so that the Fulani would not have any breathing space. They know how to play politics of divide and rule. The North, they loved how the Igbos and Yorubas were fighting themselves. So politically, they will put disunity amongst the Igbos, the Southwest and the Southeast and other tribes. Then they will now consolidate on political power and positions. They will be ruling over us while we are fighting ourselves. So as it is now, this is the best time for us to consolidate on the restructuring that is coming. The Fulani, the North, the core North, cannot influence political power above the Southwest, the Southeast, the South-South, the Middle Belt, and the Hausa people. I know that before the Hausa people liberate themselves, it is going to become a bloody revolution. I said it.
Of course, yeah.
Before the Hausa people liberate their traditional institutions,
yes,
their culture. You know. Let's look at history. Initially, Hausa language is the most spoken language in Africa. Hausa language, I think, second to Swahili. Hausa kingdoms existed for a very long time. Old kingdom existed until the Fulani came with their manipulation, with their jihad politics, and they displaced the kings and kingdoms and the culture of the Hausa people. They knew that they can only be effective if they can tamper with the culture, with the history of the Hausa people. If they go outright and fight them, they may not win, but they have to use religion, play on their psychology.
Diplomacy.
They killed the emir of Gobi. They said that he was not Muslim enough. So they saw an excuse they could use in infiltrating the Hausa political space, and they killed their kings. They killed their heritage. They killed what made them Hausa people. I have said this before. Now, as a Yoruba person, if you don't have a land or your ancestral land you can point to, you are a bastard. As an Igbo person, if you don't know your father's land, your father does not own a land. He's not the one they bought, your ancestral home. You are a bastard. Yes. Because even the one you bought, when you look at it critically, now government get them. Now one Nigeria get them. So you must trace your roots to a land where your ancestors dwelt and they are still dwelling today. Do you know that there are some people in the Middle Belt and in the North that they don't have ancestral homes?
Of course.
They have run away from their ancestral homes after the Fulani attacked with terrorism and banditry. They killed people and they ran away from their ancestral homes. Most of them are living in IDP centers. Most of these people, they don't have a place. They are just Nigerians existing. Okay, who are you? I am Christian Chuku. From where? Abia State. Where in Abia State? Isukwato. Where in Isukwato? Where's your father's compound? You cannot trace your father's compound. That is what the Fulani is trying to do to the Hausas. Or they have done to the Hausas. The Hausas have become second class. They replaced the kingdoms of the Hausas with their own. Now, when we look at history, you know one thing about the Fulani is that they want to erase history. And thank God that some of this information, they are being well documented about the Hausa kingdoms. If it's left for the Fulani, they can erase Hausa history and put their own. Their own narrative is what they'll start selling for the Hausa people and for every other person. I said it before that they will come to a village. The Fulani wants to occupy that village. They will come, maybe in a farm. They will bring their cows. They will look for trouble. Intentionally, they will look for trouble so that you can complain and attack them. Then they will find a reason that they will come and attack you in your farms. I'm telling you. They will look for ways, look for trouble. That's why somebody will be in his farm, plant cassava. During the time for closer to harvest, the Fulani will carry their cows, pluck out their cassava unprovoked, and start feeding their cows. They will do videos. They are provoking these people because they have intentions of attacking those communities and maybe wiping them off, sending them off. Most people are in IDP camps. Some people that are watching me, that may watch me, can confirm that most people cannot go back to their ancestral homes. And when you look at it, when they attack your community, you now run away, they attack, now run, until you now desert the community, then the government, in collaboration with some people, will not carry people that will settle there. Hello?
That's true.
The Fulanis will not settle there. Look at it very well. They will use their connections in power, in government, connections in the army, connections in the United Nations, connections even at international organizations. Don't you know that the Fulani also, they are placing themselves strategically at international organizations? I'm telling you, these are realistic things. So they will look for your trouble. You now ask them, what are they doing? You attack them. They now start fight. From fight now, when they ask, they'll say, you are the one that attacked them. And they use it down to kill and kill and kill, and they replace. That is why we have said, this Fulani must not have access to power. They must demobilize them politically. Because how can somebody come to your ancestral home, have the effrontery to commit crime and murder on you? But that person will not be arrested. If they arrest that person, they will carry the person to a rehabilitation center. But you as an ordinary indigene, if you commit murder, they will lock you for life. They might even hang you. But a Fulani commits several murder. Kill police, kill general, kill anybody, everybody. But they will carry that same Fulani to a rehabilitation center made for this Boko Haram. When they rehabilitate them for 6 months, 6 months, they will carry them, they will feed them, they will feed them. Most of them will just carry money, give them, make them go establish business. From establishing business, they enter into banditry again. Sometimes I ask the question, those governors that want to negotiate with those bandits, now, you negotiate with bandits, does it mean that they will not come back again? Bandits kidnap, you say, let's negotiate. you are negotiating with bandits, does it mean that the money you give bandits is enough for the bandits? So these governors, are they trying to tell us that they don't know the actual intention of these bandits? They don't know why, the reasons why they are doing their banditry. All of them are the same. I've said it. Now, if it is possible that in the south we align with the Hausas and Middle Belt to liberate these guys from the shackles, the strongholds that the Fulani has put them. Most of these governors that are Fulani, they take advantage of the power they have as governors to bring out laws and policies that will protect the Fulani in such states. Imagine the governor of Katsina State or governor of Kano State is a Fulani. Top five people in Kano State, in the government house, they are Fulanis. Governor, deputy governor, chief of staff, secretary to the state government, they are Fulani.
They are Fulani.
The Fulani, knowing who they are, they will use that opportunity of political power and bring out policies that will favor the Fulani. Imagine an Hausa governor, and the Fulani comes to meet the Hausa governor, please give us a place. The Hausa governor will say, we can't give you a place. You have to do like every other person. You are not indigenous to this our land. You just have to buy land and live. You see? Imagine if it is a Fulani governor. A Fulani governor will take the opportunity to bring his Fulani people and populate, give them lands, allocate lands. When you talk about lands, the governor now get right to revoke your land. That is why the Fulani will do anything bloody to make sure that they take over political power. If we can be able to come together, I've said it, Nigeria would have been a better place without the Fulani. Nigeria would have been a better place without the Fulani. The Fulani is a red flag to the prosperity of Nigeria. It is better that Nigeria is together, I repeat, than for us to divide or restructure. But because of the agenda of the Fulani and how they have been able to put Nigeria under bondage, how they have been able to strangle Nigeria politically, yes, that is why we are talking about restructuring. You know, the biggest problem we have the West. The West. If you don't know now, that's your natural resources. The West, the I am. They wish that you don't exist. They are not seeing you, they are seeing your resources. They wish that something can just happen, they just wipe people off. They don't care whether you are Yoruba or you are superior or you are Ijo, that we get oil, or you are Igbo, you are hardworking. They don't care about that one. They see your resources and they see potential. They don't, if it's possible for them, let them just fold all of now, put inside dustbin, throw away into the Atlantic Ocean. So when we have the Fulani having the same mentality amongst us, it is very, very dangerous. Why is it that it is very easy for these people, in quote, you know, the West also sponsors terrorism. Now let me papa, they use it for their own benefit. The West does not, they don't care about anything.
They said the North don't fear about anything. And that is the message we brought to you this morning. Yes. That is the message. Well, I am not surprised. Why am I not surprised? Is because this have been a daily routine or rather daily rhetoric about how the Fulanis are conquering people, taking over people's lands. We go to Benue. Majority of the people around there don't know their ancestral lands. Most children are being born and raised, born, not born, like delivered in IDP camps. Most of them don't even know what it means for somebody to sleep in peace and wake up in peace. No, you can as well. You can imagine the conditions of IDP camps where you have over 600 people living in a detached house. You can imagine the environment. You can imagine how their place stinks, because they are not living like human beings. They are living there like animals. But I'm sorry to use that word. I'm not mocking them, but that is the reality of the truth here. That's the reality. We have a government whom their governors are, they have WhatsApp group of failures. They don't have WhatsApp group of progressive. The only WhatsApp group they are into is who failed among all of us. Imagine APC have 31 governors. In that 31 governors, maybe it's only 1 or 2 that is performing. Other ones belongs to that that WhatsApp group of failures. It is obvious that this political party, the only thing they can celebrate is if you fail, if you can lie too much, if you can bring that, if you can be doing, the more you look, the less you see, just like what Peter Mba is doing to the people of Enugu State. They will be your best friend. In fact, they are going to embrace you. In fact, they're going to be giving you award every end of the month, because as one of the best failures they have in government. If you are progressing, if you are doing the right thing, they will try everything possible to frustrate you so that you will do the wrong thing. Look at what they are doing to Alex Oti in Abia State, because he didn't belong to APC. All his good works now is being rubbished by the same APC who is ruling from the center. If you do not belong to them, they will make sure that they cripple all your effort. Yes. Some people will say now, oh, it didn't count. After that day, it's our vote that is going to count. Are you really willing to vote and defend your vote? I'm not talking about in Biafra land, because we don't have anything that is called voting in Biafra land. Yes. But I'm asking for those ones who feel that, yes, my vote must surely count. Are you willing to die for your vote? Definitely not. No. That day itself, you will not collect money to vote, right? But you will collect money to go home, because they don't want you to see whether your vote count or not. Some people will say, oh yes, I have voted my conscience. I did not collect money before voting, but now they are giving me money. Okay, I have voted my conscience. Let me go back home. My brother, immediately you leave that place, your vote stop to count. So I am encouraging you that want to vote. If you vote, defend your vote. Most especially the performing ones in Biafra land. We cannot take this fact away from us. We cannot stop lying to ourselves. Yes, if you are doing well, we accept you, no problem. If you are not doing well, you better go and join them there. Because when you are doing well, that is what is going to attract investors in that your state, just like Alex Oti is doing. So let us say, oh, no functioning of zoo government officials in Biafra land. We cannot control this way, so let us not lie to ourselves. I may accept the truth, and the truth is the only thing that can set us free. Well, I don't have much time to waste here. I will just call it a day. Today is Monday, and it's going to be fire for fire, back to back. So expect more publications today. I repeat, expect more publications today. And as you are watching, do the needful. I don't need to beg you. You know what to do. Yes, you are an adult. I can only say, but I cannot force you. I can only take the horse to the stream, but I cannot force the horse to drink water. So I can only bring message to you. I will not force you to accept or agree with my message. But you, as an adult, you need to do the needful. And as you do that, then my God bless you, prosper you, and meet you at every point of your need. Have a nice day. Abrabak. I'm signing out.